Alright guys, we're going to do math. You ready for your math lesson today? Math lesson 1 for Monday, April 6th. And usually I know it's someone's day and you get to do the calendar and that type of thing. So let's just pretend it's everyone's day and everyone can help me with the calendar and the clocks and the money. So I know you might not have your calendar, but you can sing with me the months of the year. So here we go. Ready? January, February, March and April, May, June, July and August, September, October, November, December. Those are the months of the year. And if you were paying attention, it's hard because all our days are kind of merging together, but we have started a new month. And what month is this? This is the month of, can you read it? Can you read it? Right, April. And which number month is April? Let's see. January, February, March, April. So it's the 4th month, right? So whenever you're doing your date at the top of your papers and top of your journal, we're going to write a 4 first for April 4. And on the calendar it says, oh, turn it around. It's not the 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th or the 5th. Today is April 6th, right? So April 6th, so it's 4-6, and it's still the year 2020. You're right, 2020. So let's review. How many months are in a year? 12. You're right. 12 are in a year. Okay, now let's review how many days are in a week. 7. You're right. 7 days are in a week. Let's say the 7 days of the week. They are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And who knows what today is? Right, today is Monday. So today is Monday, April 6th, 2020. All right, we're gonna work on, let's do a clock. Okay, I'm gonna turn it here. Let's do an easier one first. Okay, what time is this? So look at the little hand first, the little red hand it's pointing to. The 4, right? And then look, it's pointing straight up at the 12, and when it's pointing straight up at the 12, we say o'clock, right? So it's 4 o'clock. Okay, let me give you a little more difficult one. Okay, you ready? All right, here we go. So look at the smaller hand first, and it's pointing to, it's a little bit past the 8. That means if it's a little bit past, we go back to the 8, right? 8. And then to figure out which one the blue hand or the bigger hand is on, we're going to count by 5, starting with the 1. Are you ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, which means the time is 8:20. Right? Good job. So I'll ask you the time again tomorrow. All right. Let's move on to our money. And I know some of you older kids already know how to count money, and it's so easy for you. That makes me so happy. But today I'm going to do a simple one for those who are still learning how to count money, and you can just review. So I have in my hand, I don't know if you can see it. Dropping it. I have 2 dimes. How much are dimes worth? 10, right? And I have 2 pennies. How much are pennies worth? 1. Okay, so let's count. If I have 2 tens, that's 10, 20, 21, 22. So I would have 22 cents, right? Good job. That's what I pulled out of the bag. So we'll try that again tomorrow too. All right, then let's move on to our counting. So today, some of you are still practicing counting by 2s. So we're going to count by 2s to 20. We're going to go up to 20, and then we're going to go backwards down, okay? So let's start with our 2. Are you ready? Here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Let's go backwards. 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, then 1, 2, and 0, right? So we're counting by 2s. And I know some of you can keep going, right, all the way to 100. And if you want to, go ahead and do that. But we're just doing the 2s today, that much for today, okay? But let me get you into your lesson real quick here. And I'm going to do kindergarten through 3rd grade. So if this is too easy for you, it's just a review for you. And if it's too hard, then it's something new that you're learning. But let's just do it together, okay? So let's say this is for kindergarten who are already up into the 1st grade level. There were 5 crayons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 crayons on the table. And there were 1, 2, 3 books. Okay? And someone sat down at the table and hit the table, and it rocked, and one of the crayons rolled off. Off the table. So it's not there anymore. What if I asked you, how many crayons are left? All right, you would count how many crayons are still on the table, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you said 4, you're right. Now, did I have to worry about the books? No, I didn't have to worry about the books because the question was about the crayons, not the books. So good job. All right, here's my second question for the kindergartner. So let's say I have an apple, right? I have an apple, and I cut it in half. And when I open it up, I find that there are 10 seeds in my apple. So I want to know, there'll be some on the left side and some on the right side, but I want to know how many seeds could be on the left side or on the right side. So let's see. Let's give us one. Can you tell me one solution to that? How many seeds could be on this side? Okay, let's say there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want a total of 10. I saw a total of 10 seeds. So if I have 4 on this side, how many would I have to have on this side? Okay, so let's try. So if I have 4, let's keep drawing seeds on the other side until we get to 10. Okay, you ready? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now there's a total of 10 seeds in my apple. Let's count how many are on this side. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 seeds. And that is a true statement. 4 plus 6 equals 10. Okay, can you think of another one? If I opened up another apple and I found exactly 10 seeds, how many could be in each side? Yeah, there could be 5, 5 on each side. It could be 5 seeds on this side and 5 seeds on this side. Right, because 5 plus 5 is 10. Now, are those the only ways you can make 10? No, there's other ways too. So you can go ahead and try and figure that out when you do your math homework later today. Okay, but let's move on. Let's see what the first graders who are at the end of the 1st grade lessons, getting ready to go to 2nd grade here. But let's figure it out. Now, let's say that I have 2 numbers. I picked the number 4 and the number 2, okay? And I made a bigger number with those 2 numbers. Can you think of a bigger number that I can make with those 2 numbers? Yes, 42. So 42 is one number I can make. What's the other number I can make with 4 and 2? Yep, 24. Now here's the thing. My number is between the numbers 19 and 31. It has to be between 19 and 31. So would this be the correct answer? No, that's not between 19 and 31, is it? This one is between 19 and 31. So my number would be 24. Very good. All right, now we're going to tally mark. Oh, that's my eraser. We're going to tally mark. And if you remember, using tally marks is you do 5 at a time, correct? So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, cross on 5, right? So that's 5. And if I want 10, I do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, cross on 5. Now, I just told you that my number is 24. So if I want to tally mark up to 24, do I stop here? No, I have to keep going, right? That's 5, 10. Let me keep using tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, cross on 5. So if these are all worth 5, let's count how much we have so far. 5, 10, 15. Okay, ready? We're not there yet. Let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, cross on 5. Okay, let's count again by 5. See if we're there yet. 5, 10, 15, 20. Now, I need 24. Should I tally mark 5 more? Or would that be too many? You're right, that would be too many. So I have 5, 10, 15, 20. I need 21, 22, 23, 24. And that is showing my number, which is 24 in tally marks. Okay? Good job, guys. All right. Let's move on to our second graders and third graders levels who will be writing a check. So let's say that my number is 24 again, and I need to write a check for $24, and let's add some cents in there, and 53 cents. Okay? I need to write a check. So as we learned before, when you write a check, you're writing out the number, right? On that second line down, you're writing out the number 24 and 53 cents, right? So we're going to write it like this. And I know some of you already know cursive. I'm going to write it, I'm going to print it, okay? So you would write it in this way, 24. And on the checks, like we talked about, it says dollars right here. Some people write dollars, but you don't have to. 24, and then you write, remember our and sign that looks like a tiny little T, right? And then you put, this is the cents. And how many cents are in a dollar? How many cents are in a dollar? How many pennies are in a dollar? 100. So this is 53 out of 100, right? So 53 over 100. And then if you're not to the end yet, you want to draw a line to get to the end. So that's writing a check for $24.53 on the amount line. Okay. All right. Now, let's say I gave this check to my mom, and I gave it to her because it was her birthday. I know that's a funny gift. I should have given her flowers, or I should have given her something nice like that. But let's say I gave her this check, okay? She was born in 1954. Wow, it's a long time ago, huh? But she was born in 1954. How old is she now, right? What is our year right now? We talked about that in the calendar. Our year right now is 2020, right? Our year is 2020. And I want to know how old she is now. And I know she's born in 1954, so what would I do to find out how old she is? Would I add, subtract, multiply, divide? What would I do? I would subtract, right? So I would do her year, or the year it is now, and subtract the year she was born. So, now, we learned this, right, in subtraction. We know that you can't take 4 away from 0. 0 has nothing, so you can't take 4 away from 0. So what do I have to do? I have to borrow, right? I have to go next door here to this 2, and I have to say, please, can I borrow 1? Can I please borrow 1 so I can become a 10? And they always share, numbers always share. And so he gives 1 away and gives it to this and makes him a 10. he would have become a 12, right? He would have become a 12 because he's going to have to borrow from him. And so he would have become a 12, but since he gave one away, he's now an 11, right? And he had to borrow from him, who would have been a 10, but since he gave one away, now he's a 9. And he had to borrow from him, and he would have been a 2, but he gave one away, so now he's a 1, right? And now we can subtract. So 10 take away 4 is 6. Very good. And 11 take away 5 is, right, 6. And 9 take away 9 is 0. And 1 take away 1 is 0. And so my mom is 66. And she really is. She's 66 years old. She's a young mom. Oh, she's a young mom. Okay, so 66 years old. All right. Now let's say at my mom's birthday party, we bought some pizza for her because she loves pizza. Okay? She loves pizza. So let's do these 3 pizzas. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay? And we're going to divide this one into 8 pieces. So make a line down, cross over, and then, so you make a plus, and then you make an X. You're right, an X. And that will give us 8 pieces of pizza. Now, we have 8 pieces of pizza, and my mom only ate 1/8 of those pieces, which means she only ate 1 out of the 8 pieces. Now let's say we put pepperoni on these pizzas. My mom doesn't eat pepperoni, but let's put it on there anyway. Okay, ready for her guess? If I want to have 8 pieces of pepperoni on here, I would have to give each piece 1 pepperoni, right? Because there's 8 pieces, and to divide 8 pepperonis on 8 pieces, I'd have to have 1 pepperoni in each piece, right? Now what if I divide this pizza into 4 pieces? Because some people like bigger pieces, right? And I want to, so then that way if someone took 1 piece from here, they would eat 1 out